Hello, this is KY Games Racing here at Daytona in the NASCAR Cup car. However, this is not the oval. Today we are driving on the road course because, as of a recent rumor, Watkins Glen is not going to happen this year. It's going to be canceled, and the Cup Series will run on the Daytona road course instead. Now, I have slightly modified the Charlotte setup, but other than that, the setup is exactly the same as it came, just like just some gearing and suspension changes. So let's see how we do here. I've driven this in sports cars and V8 supercars, but I've not yet driven it as a stock car. Definitely have to lift around the kink because these cars are so heavy. Oh, got a little bit of wheel spin out of the West Horseshoe. Down into, I think it's turn 7 and back up on the oval. Now let's see what kind of top speeds we can hit. Still keeping it flat. The 170, and the car does start to push off the corner because the setup is symmetrical, unlike the Daytona, just like a super speedway setup where the two ends of the car are not symmetrical because the car is always turning left. Start our first lap here. Don't really know where I'm going to brake into the first corner. Just do it right after start finish line just to see where we'll end up. And we end up overshooting the corner just a little bit and spin the wheels trying to get it back going. Just trying to take it nice and slow. Avoid wrecking the car. Oh, and we are going to miss the International Horseshoe. I think I got in there a little, or not the International, the West Horseshoe. Got in there a little too hot. Going through turn 7 again, back onto the oval. Missed a shift there. Had to put the clutch in slightly. Brake at the 3 marker. Get the car slowed down, get all the weight transferred for the bus stop, clip the grass on the way out, got a little loose. And yeah, the car does sort of want to push off the corner. We're up to 200 miles an hour.
53.1.
See if we get into turn 1 a little bit better this time. Let's go all the way down to first, actually. Yeah, it is really hard to get the car rotated into. I think that's technically the second corner. Turn 1 is more of the kink, as we completely missed the International Horseshoe. No, I don't want to hit that wall. There we go. Yeah, this is definitely a challenging track. it's going to be interesting when, or if, keep in mind that this is still just a rumor at this point that it's going to be replacing Watkins Glen this season. But this is definitely going to be run for the Clash next year. Spun the tires back onto the oval. It's a common theme. Keep in mind that this is a low downforce setup. Brake at the 3 again. Almost overcooked it into the chicane, but thankfully I hung on to it. Back around. Top speed of over 200 miles an hour. Now, what I believe I expect NASCAR to do is add a chicane out of turn 4 somewhere. So, or move the start-finish line so that the start-finish line is not in a braking zone. Because sort of like they did in Charlotte because of the original layout for that. Without the turn 4 chicane, the chicane would have been, or the start-finish line would have been in a braking zone. So that's why they added a chicane out of turn 4 there. Or like I said, they could move the start-finish line, but the start-finish line is dangerously close to being in a the braking zone for turn 1. But you think you know this track so well in the sim, with doing that, and then you step into a completely different car, and it's a learning game all over again.
One minute 54.401.
Again, had trouble getting it slowed down for turn 1. Whoa, locked up into the international horseshoe. And like, in a contrast of how different this car is from sports cars, the kink in the sports cars is wide open. In the cup car, sometimes I've used the brake, sometimes I've just left the gas, but no way you can go through that full throttle. And with the, even on the banking, on the oval banking, you can start out of the corner, you can start to feel the right front start to scrub as the tires reach the limit of it. Their grip is, I'll completely miss the chicane.
Back it down. Back it down.
The tires are about killed right now. We'll go for one more lap. Let's see if I can beat my 153. Although I set that on the first lap, so I doubt it. So one final lap here. I'm going to brake a little bit earlier.
1 minute 57.03.
Actually, whoa. Wheel hop. Little short shift into second to limit wheel spin. Take it nice and slow. That seems to be the way to do it. Little bit of brake into the kink. Really get it slowed down for the West Horseshoe. Because the gearing has to be so long for this track, I find myself shifting down to first a lot for the road course sections. Just because second gear is too high of a gear. Now let's brake a little bit before the 3 marker. Of course we missed the bus stop last lap. Almost missed it this lap, but thankfully we hung on to it. Final lap here, let's give it all it's got. It does really push out that final corner. And across the line, we do not beat it.
4.113.
The tires, the fall off is just so severe. So, that was kind of a first look type thing of the Daytona road course with the Cup car. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe, and ring that bell icon to be notified of future videos. Thank you all for watching. Goodbye.